Holy shit. So that'd be the provocative aura that was tingling Clevatess's balls. So it's been a year, but peak dark fantasy has returned to us. Do me a solid. Make sure you leave a like on this video, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already. And yes, Patreon, you can catch my full live reactions, all this and more. But let's jump into it and see what Clevatess Season 2 has in store for us. Oh shit. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with you there. That indeed be hell. Okay. So we just made like a declaration of war. You want it, come get it. Did he tattoo eyelashes underneath his eyeball? What the fuck? What are they feeding him in jail? The eyeliner, right, that you would put over your eyelid. He tattooed that, and then he tattooed eyelashes. I have fucking questions. Like, I don't like how he'd be looking at us, man. This guy freaking me the fuck out. What? Bro, you can't just fucking look at your homegirl and say, oh yeah, it was too big, so I carved you down. Hey, if they moaning, don't come a knocking. He's gotta relax that jaw. I'm going to hell. So we need to make you an ally is what I'm learning, because otherwise we might have a death approaching. Oh my, did he just... They both recognize each other's power. Is this going to be our frenemy of the season? I think it will be. Well, I definitely have some questions, such as how this guy's face makes sense. I can't tell if every morning he draws eyeliner and eyelashes below his eyeball, or if that is tattooed. Will be one of life's great mysteries, I'm sure. I can safely say peak dark fantasy has returned to us after a year break. And to be honest, it actually didn't feel like a year. I thought it's only been 6 months. For some reason, I thought we watched this like the beginning of the year. Nope, been a year. But you know what? That's how you know a show left you off good. When it can leave for a year, it comes back and you're like, oh yeah, it's just been a few days. Nope, it's been a whole fucking year. Goddamn. They already come back swinging with someone who is aura farming. I mean, you got to remember, right? We'll remember it less than me. Some people will remember it more than me. But at the end of the day, we know there was some impressive fucking feats, right? When you have the man himself, old Clevy boy, saying, hey, when you guys attacked me, ain't none of you had this level of presence. Excuse the fuck me? You're telling me that old Ray-Ban over here, this is a first for old Clevatess? Because if so, I need to see that fight. Granted, that fight could, in theory, potentially kill our boy. Because at the end of the day, it's one thing to be like, hey, there's some provocative aura in the back. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I didn't realize we are going to get that spicy. Let him cook. But seeing this singular shot, it explains so much. Okay, we aren't playing this season. It would probably be in his best interest to make him an ally, but it definitely feels like that's not the direction we're going. It definitely feels like this is going to be the rivalry. I mean, at most, maybe frenemies, but both of them recognizes the other's strength, and that has me really excited, because we are in an academy arc now. You know, school arcs are hit or miss for some people. I forget if anyone gave me opinions of the next arc when Season 1 ended. I feel like maybe someone mentioned it. All I can say is that while yes, school arcs are a hit or a miss, I think on average, when it's a magical school arc, I don't think it's really that bad of a track record. I feel like they're usually entertaining at minimum, and because of the dark fantasy elements here, I think it's going to be absolutely great. Maybe it won't be as good as Season 1, but I don't get the impression this is going to be a boring school. We already are starting to throw hands with them, with some local thugs. The teachers, I mean, look at who one of the teachers is. Like, it's going to be comedy gold, right? And now that we know one of the characters we're going to potentially be conflicting with, I mean, this should be a good time. At the end of the day, Season 2, Episode 1 was just about reestablishing. It was the transition episodes. If this was a 2-core, this would be a very basic Episode 13 where, you know, you're going from one big arc into the next. But I think they got me excited. That's all the return needed to do, was get me excited. And I mean, you can't say it's not exciting when the very beginning of the episode kickstarts with a shadowy tower forming, everyone looking up, wondering what the fuck's going on, only for him to just be aura farming at the very top with his demonic tail. I don't know what the fuck they're implying, but that's pretty fucking impressive and frightening. And in general, I leave happy, man. Like, I feel like this is the type of episode that won't do a lot for your average anime fan. They'd be like, oh yeah, it was good. Like, that will be the overall thought. Yeah, it was good. And with so many new shows, I mean, Wednesdays are kind of fucking ridiculous. There's like 12 biggest shows airing on Wednesdays. Like, for me, I'm dividing them up between Wednesday and Thursday just to make it digestible. But, thankfully, ReZero's not airing just yet. We still have a couple weeks before that returns. But when you have so many new shows popping up, sometimes sequels do struggle to remain to have interest in terms of discussion. They might still have viewership, but in terms of discussion, whether it be Reddit or YouTube or Twitter or wherever, right? At the end of the day, a show returning, just because season 1 kind of had like a decent cult following, doesn't necessarily guarantee it for season 2. Because, unfortunately, the generation that is currently most active with discussing online, pretty much whatever is new and flashy is what gets discussed. And even though it's only been 12 months, it's entirely possible this show gets heavily slept on. I'll do my best to bring eyes to it, which is why I wanted to do it first on this Wednesday because of all the new shit happening. But just know, like, we gotta remember, season 1 was not your average dark fantasy in the slightest. When you remember just how interesting the show looked, it had that old kind of filter applied. It's weird because the character designs, I feel like, are only 1 or 2 steps off from something very colorful like a Ranking of Kings, but the way they filter everything, it applies this very gritty, dark fantasy feel. And initially when I watched season 1, I remember I got a lot of comments in the early stages saying, damn, this kind of, it's different, but it kind of gives me like a Claymore vibe or a Berserk vibe, something like that. And I hadn't seen Claymore when we watched season 1. I have seen it now. I finished it a couple months back, give or take, a month and a half, 2 months ago, maybe. And yeah, I see it. Clevatess is like the cousin to something like a Claymore or a Berserk. And I remember I said it about Berserk because I'd seen that, of course. But man, you don't get a lot of shows like this, and I think that's why we gotta support it to the best of our abilities, right? I mean, overall, this was just about getting us reintroduced to the world, getting the school stuff set up, and in general, just reminding us where characters are. Oh yeah, we finished the big arc, we're a magic teacher, you're gonna be the swordsman, you're gonna be the babysitter, and then we just get all the little moments out of the way. And while it is very slice of life oriented, it's fucking fun. I mean, there's some people who just want Oonga Boonga action every other day, and if there's not blood, it's bad. But I mean, they did sprinkle in like the bully fight scene, which was pretty fun. But in general, it was just about transitioning us, and to be honest, the fact that a transition episode was over like that, like seriously, it felt like 6 minutes maybe. They did a damn good job if you ask me. But you can let me know your thoughts. If you've been anticipating the return, maybe you just recently got caught up to season 1 because season 2 is coming out. What did you think? I thought it was a great episode. Simple doesn't always have to be bad, right? So for me, I thought it was a great episode, but maybe you got a different feeling. Let me know down below though. Leave a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and yes, Patreon. We do got full live reactions over there no matter what. We'll try this one for a couple weeks on YouTube. If it falls off, but I will be watching it over on Patreon every single week. And if you're over there already, I'll give you a video shout out too, because my patrons are what make YouTube even possible. So today we got Marcus Johan, Hootney, Good Guy Griffith, timed that beautifully, The Lad Dragon, Esser Dickerson, Thousand Year Green, Dogthing, Annan, and we also have Logan Murphy. So I appreciate the support. Please take care. Have a good one.